Hey friends, welcome to Atypical Life. I'm out in front of my house today because I'm going to show you the wheelchairs. Riker just got a new one. We're super excited about. He was using Kayla's wheelchair and it's not working for our children. So I was going to go over what that first one was and the issues we have with it, but who it might be good for, and then show you the chair Nikayla's currently using that we got from a friend, and Riker's new wheelchair, which is super awesome because it's green. It's not pink. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna do Nikayla's chair, her first chair first. Now, this one's a little bit bigger than it was because they just did new modifications to it, and I will show you what that part is also. This is Nikayla's old chair. As you can tell, it's got her name right there. This chair is meant to grow with me kind of chair. So it is meant to be expanded, and then you just buy new chairs for it to get it bigger. So recently the seat was new and this long bar had to be replaced. When I first got a chair, I had no idea about it, so I went with whatever the physical therapist at the time suggested. This chair is great for somebody who is not able or has limited ability to move the chair by themselves. It is super heavy because it's foldable. You could see the crossbar down in the middle. I will fold it in just a second and I will show you it does fold. It also is a grow with me kind of chair, so it is meant to last for a long time because it's called California Children's Services, and they help pay for stuff like this for those because this is a couple $1,000s on its own. So that bar got replaced to make it bigger. This seat got widened to make it bigger. We actually had to have the front wheels replaced because we do all the things. We go to the beach, we go hiking, all of that. The feet pedals had to be replaced because we tore those up too. And then it has foldable handles. You push this little button right here, and then you can lift up the handle. This one is, let's see, I can do it one-handed. Yeah. So you can put them both up and they go up higher or lower. This is what the back of it looks like. Yeah, these are called tippers, these little tiny wheels. It is so that kids do not tip backwards. This chair, because of the extra bars, would be harder to tip in. But their newer chairs, on the other hand, I will show you, they would tip pretty bad if they didn't have these. These we like to call toe killers because I don't know how often I've been walking and just kick it in it with flip-flops on. Those are mean. So, and there's the brake for it. You just push the lever and it releases the brake. Pull it tight. So, this is the old chair. This also has the wheels straight up and down. They're not cambered, which this chair was 60 pounds before they upgraded everything. Now it's a lot more. So when you are in a wheelchair yourself and you are doing it, propelling it yourself, having the wheels cambered, which means having them at an angle like this, more so, allows you to move the chair that is heavy a lot smoother. But if you notice, they are straight up and down, which makes this chair extremely heavy for the kids to push by themselves, and now even more so. So that is our first chair. It also has these side supports, which Nikayla doesn't really need. I used it more for training. I took it off. They also had a harness on there, which I took off because she was claustrophobic with that. She freaked out. This little loop right here, there's one on each side, and then there's two in the back right there. Those are for tying down in a wheelchair or in a bus or a wheelchair accessible van. When Nikayla is old enough to sit in a seat without a car seat, we can use this to transport her in. We just have to have a vehicle that is made for wheelchairs. So it has to have the proper tie downs, and then there's a seat belt that goes across her, but that is in the vans that are made for wheelchairs. That another one of those things we have to go and get eventually. Let's see if I could do this one-handed. So the chair, you have to pull a pin, loosen, and then they tighten that tight. Okay. So to fold it, you take the chair off, and then this piece, I should do these, otherwise it won't fold. And then you pull this guy up. And that is just as about, you could take these off, but that's about as small as it gets. The wheels also come off when you push this metal piece and you pull it out. So that makes it collapsible. It does not get very small, but it is very heavy, and that is really hard to keep doing. When you're busy like we are, it's really hard to keep folding these down and stuff. So it's just, yeah. This isn't a practical one for us, but you live and you learn. Okay, let me go get the new chairs and I'll show you how those work. This is a current chair lineup. Here's Riker's brand new beauty, and Nikayla's pretty pink. We actually have a friend that has spastic cerebral palsy, and the difference between HSP and cerebral palsy is that cerebral palsy is a brain damage that happens, and then as your body fully recovers, it's what you're left with after that. And whereas HSP is progressive. So that's kind of like one of the big main differences. So if you noticed, hers are slight, but her wheels are slightly turned. They're not straight up and down. And then Riker's are a little bit more, because watching them move in this one, we decided just to go a little bit more with his and to try that out. This seat is the newer version of this seat. This one has been used by 2 kids, and so it has been worn and loved, and this one will look like that where it's curved soon. There's a piece right in the center, right here. You can kind of see it. Anyway, so that will happen like that with this one. I think Jordan put the back on crooked. Oh well. Anyway, so the difference between this one and the first one is that this does not fold. This chair is, you could take the wheels off that and the seat off, and that's as small as it gets, is the frame inside the wheels. So it doesn't go any smaller. It also does not grow very much. There's a little bit of growth, but it doesn't grow very much, which is why the CZS hadn't suggested this one to us at first, because the wheels are cambered. It's a lighter frame. They get around a lot faster. Nikayla likes to do ballerina spins in the middle of Walmart. She gets around really fast on that one. And let me take you around. It has the same tires as this one. I like these because I kept just seeing, usually you see ones with the tire spokes like a bike, and it worries me about their fingers. So we got this style, and then it's a single handle on both of them. And yes, these backpacks are the type of backpacks to have a leash. And I actually use this. Nikayla's is in the house, but I actually use that because they're much quicker and easier to get away. So this is how the back is. Nikayla's is super loved. Take it everywhere. So this strap you see on both of them, when they're in their chairs without their shoes on, their legs go straight out in front of them, and then it puts the pressure on their behind and their back. when they go to use to propel, you actually use your feet for a lot more than you would think. And so those are to help keep their feet down, so we could start teaching them to push on the pedal when they're propelling themselves forward. Yes, super cute. This is the Tylite company that makes this. I love this chair. We will probably change out Riker's foot pedal because that's not my favorite for sure. So it has taken a pretty long time to get these chairs. The one that we got from a friend, that was awesome. We didn't have to wait for that one like we did her first one. It takes 2 to 3 months usually to get equipment. Riker, however, had to wait over a year, and that was just one mistake after another. One thing I've learned as a parent with children with disabilities is stay on top of people. Make sure that there's too many doctor's offices that have to talk to too many other doctor's offices, or PT or whatever. Stay on top of them. I play middleman. I make sure that I'm in the middle at all times, because when I don't, things get... one of the reasons why Riker's chair was late is because I didn't play middleman for a couple months because I had other things going on, and then I would think about it, oh yeah, I should do this, and then I'd find out, well, you know, right after we got the prescription, we couldn't get the whatever right away because one doctor's office went and talked to the other doctor's office, or the other doctor's office went and called the insurance and check in with them. Just one thing after another. No joke. Took me over a year to get this. The day we went in to get it, the people from the company that we purchased this from, they were to meet us at the CCS office. The people that came there to drop off our chair and to make sure it fit properly, yeah, they forgot his chair. It was like, of course. We came into mod one chair to pick up a chair, and we were supposed to leave the chair that's getting mod, leave that for a few hours. And no joke, they forgot Riker's chair. It's their first appointment in the morning, and they forgot it. So, thank you, Jesus, for giving me patience. I'm telling you, thank you for giving me patience. So, we got it finally. Mama's happy. Now I'm working on his braces, which I'll take you along for that. That'll be the next thing. I actually already got them ordered, kind of. I have to double check on Monday to make sure they actually got ordered and schedule the appointment to pick them up. Those take 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm not too worried about it. So that'll be the next adventure with the kids and their equipment. Yes, and then Riker could start using his walker, which I'll do a video on his walker when we can start using it. Thank you for joining us along this journey. Just one of many things that happen in our lives. We are very excited. You will see future videos of Riker in his chair. Thank you for joining us, and if you are new and would like to continue on this journey of life with us, please hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and we will see you again. Thank you.